Welcome back. Christopher Cook from Alliance Insurance Services is here answering your questions about insurance. All right, this person says, is there any kind of insurance that you might want to consider during COVID that you didn't consider before?
It may be a little bit too little too late in some regards, but we just talked about life insurance. Too many folks ignore the need for life insurance, so let's start there. Everybody, or not everybody, most of us are going to leave behind some responsibilities to someone else. I'd encourage you to think about your life insurance plan. For those who don't have health insurance, it's probably a good time to look into how are you situated with your health insurance. Unfortunately, open enrollment has passed for the individual marketplace, but that's, general answer to that question.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to some of the other questions here. This person says, does everything in your home need to be insured by homeowners insurance?
I don't necessarily think everything needs to be insured at all, no, but in general, your homeowner's insurance policy is going to provide, we talked earlier about the detached structure, so that same $200,000 home, your homeowner's policy is going to provide 70% of that number for personal property or personal contents. So I like to say that's everything from toothbrushes to televisions. So you've automatically got that $140,000. If you were to flip the house upside down and if it falls off the walls or falls down, then those are the items that are protected by your personal property limit on a homeowner's insurance policy. So that's my answer to that.
Okay, this person is asking, does homeowners insurance cover the jewelry that I own?
To a limit. There's a limit of $1,500 per item for theft specifically. So for nicer jewelry pieces, and we're certainly seeing many of our customers have at least one, if not more, or multiple jewelry items above a $1,500 per item limit. So I would encourage you to look into adding that detail to your homeowner's insurance policy if you want those jewelry items protected.
This person says, if you have a building on your property with a freezer in it and you lost power for days or weeks due to a power outage, will insurance cover the food in that freezer?
Yes, but frankly, I usually encourage folks not to turn that claim in. In our state, most of the homeowners policies have a $500 refrigerated item limit. And to me, it's probably not worth long-term turning in a $500 claim. If you had more damage associated with an incident like that, then you would turn in the refrigerated property. But losing power and losing food would not probably warrant a claim, unfortunately.
All right, this is a common occurrence. This person says, I have a nick on my windshield. Will it be covered or replaced under windshield replacement?
Typically, yes, subject to deductible. Most of the windshield replacement endorsements don't have a deductible, so yes, it should be.
Okay, we're getting several questions about trees, when they fall, and who is responsible. So just go over the 101.
Sure. Trees fall. They are, they're not perfect, and unfortunately, that's part of nature. If a tree falls and damages your property, your homeowner's insurance policy is going to pay the claim. So if it hits your fence, if it hits your detached garage, if it hits your home, your homeowner's policy is going to pay the claim. If your neighbor's tree, live, healthy tree, falls, it's an act of nature. Be a good neighbor, help each other get it up. But there's no homeowner's policy that's going to pay for a down tree that hasn't damaged anything. Yes, it's expensive to get up large trees. Again, be a good neighbor. If your neighbor and you can't work it out, when there is a dead tree, and your neighbor's tree is clearly dead and you have notified said neighbor that, hey, you need to get this up before it falls on my car. You need to do it in certified mail so that you have a received in writing receipt, and then and only then would your neighbor be liable, and then and only then would your neighbor's homeowner's insurance policy be liable. But the person who's responsible for the down tree is the person whose property is damaged.
And that is the end of that story. We answer that question often, and people don't like that answer, but that is the reality. Thank you so much, Christopher Cook from Alliance Insurance Services. We appreciate you. If you missed any of these insurance questions, you can find them in the Two Wants to Know section on our website right after the show.